Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? Um, First, I want to tell everyone that thank you for giving me advice on vitamins. A few of you had told me about magnesium and turmeric, and I went and I added those to my vitamin regimen. So I want to thank you for telling me about those two vitamins. Um, but now on to my video. These are some prepping tips that I wanted to give to beginners. So I feel that these are very, very important. Okay. First, I feel is important that I really want people to start doing like their research, okay, and use your best judgment. I know that there's a lot of people that'll tell you, advice on how to do things, and there's a million different opinions on how to do things, but I want you to, use your own best judgment. I really do. There's a lot of really good things to look up, whether you wanted to go on Pinterest or just Google and YouTube. Okay, I really want you to watch a lot of good content creators here on YouTube. Okay, thank you for stopping by here, by the way, but there's a lot of really great content creators here too that are very, very educational, that will point you in the right direction as well as I do. Okay. The second one is to read. There are a lot of really great books out there that can help you along on your journey as well. Especially if you're looking at like one specific thing to do, like how to learn how to pressure can, how to learn how to garden, and things like that. I suggest you get some really great books and sit down and read them, okay? Or if you just wanted to look at videos, there's a lot of great videos out there on how to do these certain things as well, okay? Number 3. Now, I know I'm guilty of doing this, but I do it for educational reasons, and that is to not tell everybody about your preps. But like I said, I do them for educational reasons, so I can show people how to prep on a dime. But you just don't want to have just any old Joe Schmo in your house and say, oh, look at me, look what I've got. You know what I mean? You really just don't want to be showing anybody anything. You know what I mean? Number 4 is really to make a list of your priorities. Now, everybody's priorities are different, but make a list of your priorities, okay? Now, if you wanted to make your prepper pantry your priority, then obviously that would be number 1 on your list. Another priority would be your home security. Another priority would be gardening, and whatever your priorities would be. Make a list of your priorities and stick to them, okay? And then number 5 is to be realistic in your preps. Okay. I know that because I see them myself, a lot of fear motivated things. Okay. And I want you to be realistic when you're prepping. Okay. I don't want you to be fearful of a lot of things. Now, when I want you to stay realistic with your preps, okay, I want you to know what your imminent dangers are in your area. Do you live in a hurricane-prone zone? Prep for hurricanes and tornadoes, okay? But don't just do it during hurricane season. Do it all year round. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Do you know about food shortages? Do it for that reason too, okay? Could it be a possible job loss? So do it for that reason too. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Another good thing to do is to find a prepper community. I myself have not found one yet where I live, but then again, I really haven't been looking because I am a part of the prepper community on YouTube. And a lot of the people that I have come into contact with, especially my subscribers, I consider them a part of my prepper community. And I love every single one of them so, so much. So I know that I can call each and every one of them my friends and my family. So the next one is to have a plan for getting home. Do you have an EDC? Do you have, just in case your car breaks down, do you have a way to get home? These are what I'm talking about, okay? The next one is to start slowly. You don't want to jump into this and then get overwhelmed. That's one of the things that does happen often. And then people say, I can't do this, and they throw up their hands. Okay, so don't get overwhelmed. Don't jump in too fast. Take it slow. All right. The next one is to try and pay down your debt as much as you possibly can. I have said this, I don't know how many times in so many previous videos. I realize that paying off your house is probably impossible. I know that it is for me and Sean, especially if you owe a considerable amount of money on your home. But when I say debt, I'm talking about your credit card debt, okay? Even if you have some medical debt, but I'm not talking hundreds and thousands of dollars of medical debt. If you have, from your primary care physician, if you have some medical debt with them, pay that off. You know what I'm saying? The next one is to live below your means. And what I mean is, if you're anything like a few of my family members, and you just can't seem to let go, please listen to me when I say, let go. Okay? If you haven't watched your TV or your Dish Network in over a year, but you still keep paying the bill, turn the boxes in and stop paying the bill and have it shut off. Okay? Seriously, let go. Okay? Especially if you're watching someone else's Netflix account and you're not paying a dime towards it. If you're paying one company $84 a month for a home phone, but yet you know that you can get a home phone through another company for $9 a month, go to the other company for $9 a month instead of paying $84 for the company that you have now. It's time to let go. Okay? Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about because I'm dealing with it right now. All right. Just live below your means. Trust me, it works. Okay? Now, the next one is there's more to prepping than how much you store. And I'm talking food, medical supplies. Okay? I'm talking about knowledge. Knowledge is the lightest and easiest store to prep you can make, okay? Prepping is much more than just how much you can store in your basement or your cupboards or your closets or under your bed. It takes knowledge and skill as well. If you need to leave your stores of food, you need to have skills to stay alive. The next one is to learn to garden. I love gardening. but gardening is a skill. And sometimes it doesn't always work, especially if you live in an area like I do, where it rains for 30 days straight and you get root rot. So take it from me and get a greenhouse. Save yourself a lot of money and time and energy and aggravation. The next one is to know proper food storage techniques. Mylar bags, oxygen absorber packs, food grade buckets, pressure canning, dehydrating. Trust me, you'll thank me later. And the next one is learn how to organize or recognize, not organize, well, that too, herbs and plants. I have an herb garden and I love my herb garden. But I'm not just talking about my herb garden, I'm talking about foraging, like in the wild. But the best thing to do is to get a book or to look online and learn how to forage in the wild. So you know not to eat the poison ivy, but it's okay to eat that plant over there. The next one is don't store water in recycled milk jugs. Don't be tempted, even if it seems like a really good idea at the time. It will always end up in a disaster. Okay, I've learned this the hard way. It's hard to wash out all the milk residue, which means you could end up with a harmful bacteria growing in your water. Trust me, it happened. It's awful. The next one is to learn how to barter. Learn how to barter with friends and neighbors for things so you won't have to spend a lot of money to start with, okay? Like they did in the olden days. Bring a cup of sugar to your neighbor, that type of thing, okay? The next one is to have inventory of what you already have on hand. So you know what to buy, what you don't need to buy, that type of thing. I keep inventory, and my inventory is insane. But like I said, I have 14 months worth of inventory that I rotate out all the time. Now, don't forget also about hygiene and sanitation, because your inventory also has to do with your hygiene, your sanitation, your health and beauty aids, your OTCs, okay? Your shampoo, your conditioner, your soap, toothpaste, deodorant, your lotions, everything. Everything. Everything that you put in and out on your body. Everything. The next one is to focus on your preps. Stay focused. Never lose that focus, okay? Decide what you are preparing for. If it's hurricane season, stay the course. Loss of job, stay the course. Whatever it is, stay the course. Keep going. Don't stop. Okay? Some people are now focusing on economic collapse, the Rona. Because now they're saying 2022, we're still going to be wearing the, okay? It's okay to refocus because if something else comes up, but always stay focused on your original purpose. But it's okay to branch out and look at something else, but always stay focused on your original purpose. The next thing is to prepare a 72-hour kit for everyone in your family or everyone in your home, really. So like I have one for myself, for my husband, Sean, for my son Andrew, who is in the Marines. And then we have one for the dogs and for the cats. Okay? Now this can be 72 hours worth of food and water, or whatever the case may be. It all depends on you. Okay? If you have children, it would be an activity, crayons, coloring books, toys, that type of thing. It all depends on you. Test all of your equipment that you buy, especially if you're buying used. Even if you're buying new. Because I can't tell you how many times I've bought something and it was missing a piece. Okay? Do test runs on all of your gear and practice how to use it. Because you don't want to buy something and say, oh, look, this looks cool. And then you have to use it. And you're like, I don't know how to use this thing. So practice. Okay? The next one is to buy the best that you can afford. I know that there's a lot of people on YouTube who say, buy this one. And if you don't have this one, you're not a prepper. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. If you don't buy a $500 Berkey, you're not a prepper. I'm sorry. I don't have $500 to just pay for a Berkey. So, don't always listen to people like that. If you don't have it, but yet you can afford something smaller or cheaper, go with what you can afford. Please. Don't break the bank because someone on here told you that's what you have to do. No. I hate that. I hate when I hear that. If you can't afford it, or if you're taking money out of your mortgage money to go and buy something because somebody on here told you to, stop watching them. Seriously. I will never tell somebody to go buy something like that, okay? I can't afford to do things like that. And I would never tell anybody else to go do it either. So, just buy what you can afford. All right? Now the next one is if you have pets, please don't forget to prep for them. They are just as much as part of your family as your children are, or your mother-in-law, your sister, your mom, your dad, okay? Can't forget about your pets. I prep for these guys just as much as I prep for me and Sean and Andrew, okay? And then the last one is don't rush. I know a lot of people say, we don't have much time left. And they'll give a date. I used to listen to that. Don't rush. We're still going to be here tomorrow. Right? So, take a little bit of money out and go buy some non-perishables. But I want you to stay focused. Okay? I love you. Stay safe. Stay positive. Keep prepping. Stay warm. And as always, fear less.